I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. 'They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Taylor. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The Dolphins are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Working with a 2nd and 4. In motion comes the tight end left. This time Taylor will throw. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Taylor. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
So after the INT, it's Allen. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Buying time to his left. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play call the plague did on the last one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Von Miller drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Hines now on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Allen to throw once more. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Taylor. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And the slot man goes in motion left. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Fourth down, here's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him.
Touchdown, Bills! Curtis Samuel, 36 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Dolphins 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. That is complete downfield to Knox. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before half for Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Curtis Samuel as time expires in the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Taylor.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To throw again is Taylor. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown! A big play there. 64 yards.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Allen again.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Dolphins 21. Sam Martin is set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19 tight, 19 tight. 50 Bobcat, 50 Bobcat.
Here's Taylor. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lions.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Again, it's Taylor.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flush to net, a big loss here as he's taken down.
Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche that's coming right on top of them.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Ready?
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Terry McLaurin, 31 yards. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dolphins 21. Sam Martin is set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Taylor. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. 3rd and 2. Now Taylor steps away to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, a former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Taylor on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
60. 70 Ranger. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Taylor will throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Let's go. Grab 50.
One last shot for Taylor. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against...
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my